cloudy. Temperatures warm up into the upper 80s, near the 90-degree mark for the afternoon. Still, once again, mainly dry for our Tuesday afternoon. Just the low chance of a stray shower or pop-up thunderstorm. Most of us, though, will stay dry. That'll be the story for the rest of the week. By the weekend, we get a little bit cooler. High temperatures only in the low 80s heading into the upcoming weekend. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshlawfirm.com.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Welcome to Community Centered, a show that features people in the community doing good things. Now, here are your hosts, Debbie O'Handley and Margi Kyle.
Welcome to WSIC News Talk Now. I'm Margi Kyle, and I'm without my sidekick partner, Debbie O'Handley. She is moving another family into Hope House, bringing hope to another wonderful family, and I'm so proud of what Debbie does. So, Debbie, I hope if you're listening, we would love to have you call in, because I know you had a couple questions for our guest. I also want to thank McIntosh Law Firm for their support, not only in our community, but for our radio shows as well. If you would like to call in, and we encourage that you do, because today we have a very interesting guest. And if you have a child with autism, you may have some questions, and it's 844-STUDIO-4. Please feel free to call in. And it is today my total pleasure to introduce you to Becky Roe, Executive Director for Let's Talk About It, the Autistic Center. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, because we've wanted to have you for several times, and it hasn't worked out. So I'm very honored to have you here. And reading your bio, which I asked you to send to me, I thought, wow. You've done a lot. You've lived your passion.
Yes.
And for now, I want to talk about, you are an experienced educator, passionate visionary, founder of Let's Talk About It. What led you there?
Let's Talk About It, the Autism Center, was founded in 2018 due to the journey I had with my son, who was diagnosed with autism in 1998.
Okay. Wow.
Yes. And so my journey in itself led me to want to help others.
Yeah.
And how could I do that? And so I decided to start Let's Talk About It, the Autism Center.
Well, you know, they say, and I'm a big believer in this, if you're in pain, find some way to help somebody else.
Absolutely. And I just remember when my son was diagnosed, how I felt. And I was wondering at that time, who's going to help me? Who's going to help us?
That's right.
Who's going to help him? Where do I go for help? And there weren't too many places at that time where I could go for help.
Right.
You know, we had the neurologist and you had your primary care physician, pretty much.
So autism spectrum disorder is ASD.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what people call it.
Yes, they call it autism spectrum disorder.
Yeah.
ASD, yes.
How did you know something was wrong with your son from the beginning?
I knew that at the time, my son, he wouldn't communicate. Although he can read he was capable of reading billboards and putting puzzles together. And at that time, computers had just come out, so he could navigate the computer.
Wow.
But he couldn't hold a conversation. And he really didn't like hugs at that time. And he would point to anything that he wanted. So like if he wanted something from the kitchen, he would come in and grab us by the hand and take us to what he wanted, and he would point to it. And I remember saying to my mom, I was like, Christopher is not talking, or Christopher doesn't like hugs. And he loved Thomas the Tank Engine. And so he would line them up. And so that his dad and I would sometimes go like this, and he would tip over and come back and put it in place. And at the time I thought maybe we need to see a speech therapist. So I took him to see a speech therapist, which helped him along. And I just remember going to see the speech therapist at that time. He was like 3 years old. He was singing in the back of the car, but he couldn't hold the conversation. So I remember looking back at him and he looked at me like,
what's wrong? Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Why are you looking at me like that?
So he knew all the words to the song.
Yes, a song he had never heard before. I was like, okay, we have a little superstar here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he still is.
He is a superstar. He's gone on to do great things.
So you finally went to the right doctor, the one that diagnosed him.
So initially, when I had him tested, a neurologist told me that it was really daunting. She said, all he's going to be, he is right now, he'll never know you left the room. And then I took my son to be a part of a study. And in being a part of the study, the doctor, after a couple of hours, said to me, well, he's severely autistic. If you put him in, you can put him in a home, but there's a waiting list. And so, I left out feeling defeated. But I wouldn't let them tell me what my son was going to be at the age of 3.
That's right.
You can't tell me because he's not able to converse that he's a lost cause, pretty much. And
yet
I
he
refuse
knew
to
the words
believe it.
to a song and could sing it.
Right, and he could read, right? He could do math, he could put puzzles together, all these things. He just wasn't conversing. He could say words, but he wasn't holding a conversation like you and I. And he was 3.
Yeah.
But now he is, right? So all the hard work, my journey through the diagnosis led me to let's talk about the Autism Center, because never take no for an answer.
I agree with you. 100%.
Right. Don't allow anybody to tell you what will be for a child who's 3 years old.
That's right.
Right. And so I was like, they don't know who I am. They don't know who he is. And they don't know about the God that we believe in.
Yeah. Yeah. So, wow. Well, you just showed me a wonderful video right before we started.
Yes.
And I would love for everybody to go onto your website and view that video to see how far he has come.
Yes.
And what is your website?
Let's talk about it. That's Let's Talk About It, the Autism Center. Let's Talk About It, the autismcenter.org.
Okay. And there's all sorts of information on there, which when we get back from our break, we can dive into, what is the best way to, if you think your child does have this problem, how to deal with it. And there's all sorts of information on your website to help you deal with it.
Absolutely.
Well,
to determine whether to get a diagnosis.
Yeah.
And what autism looks like. What behaviors that
Yeah.
you may be noticing.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a break. Do not go away, because whether your child has autism or not, I want to learn about it so that I can help others who do. Stay.
Good news lives here. It's community-centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on WSIC. Local starts here.
We'll stay warm for our Tuesday. We'll call it partly cloudy. Temperatures warm up into the upper 80s, near the 90-degree mark for the afternoon. Still, once again, mainly dry for our Tuesday afternoon. Just the low chance of a stray shower or pop-up thunderstorm. Most of us, though, will stay dry. That'll be the story for the rest of the week. By the weekend, we get a little bit cooler. High temperatures only in the low 80s heading into the upcoming weekend. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. The 500 Club in Statesville presents the Thirsty Thursday Tournament on August 21st. The tournament begins at 5:30 p.m. Call 704-872-9990 for more information on their Thursday tournaments, the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill, tea times, and memberships for the 500 Club. The Mooresville Entertainment District is back on Saturday night with a packed lineup of musicians and fun. Enjoy downtown beginning at 6 p.m. with Sell Your Soul Records, spinning a variety of classic vinyl. Follow that up with live performances at 704 Hemp, On Tap, High Branch Brewing, 158 on Main, 202 North Main, Myrto Maid Distillery, and more. Park once, walk downtown, and enjoy the Mooresville Entertainment District all Saturday night. See the top riders from the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship on Saturday, September 6th, as they compete on a custom-built course at ZMAX Dragway. The playoff opener features a two-moto format for the 450cc class and 250cc class, promising plenty of drama and excitement from the moment the gates drop. Click on charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets, a track map, and information on other 2025 events. Mark your calendars. Green Jeans Consignment returns to Concord September 9th to 14th at 601 Milestone Venue. Shop boutique finds, consign your closet, and feel beautiful on a budget. Details at greenjeansale.com. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshlawfirm.com.
Shining a light on who's making a difference. It's Community Centered, hosted by Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back to WSIC. Debbie, if you're out there, please call in. I know you have a question. I am so inspired with your story and where your son is today at 30 years old. But you were going way back to after he was diagnosed at 3. He was right. He was in plays.
Right.
He could sing songs.
Right.
He was doing well in school. I mean, he really had a successful childhood.
Yes.
With a severe problem.
Right. What they stated was severe, but back then they really I want to say where we are today with autism, we were not back then.
Right.
And so they really couldn't say exactly what could be. And today, my son, almost said my husband. So today, my son, he went to a specialty middle school where he was able to perform on the chorus, right? Because remember, when you go back to the fact that he was singing in the back of the car,
at 3 years old,
at 3 years old, led to talent shows, musicals, plays, singing at his 5th grade graduation, performing in a play at school, right? So all these things. And he went on to graduate high school and graduate from college as well. And so I'm very proud.
Did he go to a special high school or college?
No, it was Charlotte Mecklenburg schools.
Okay.
My son did well in school.
Well, because his mother researched everything anew.
Yes, I was determined
Yeah.
that my son would not be what they said he would be.
That's right. And I think that makes a huge difference.
It really does, because we have to believe. You know, it's up to us. With your neurotypical child, you have expectations, you set goals, and you have to do the same thing for your kid who's diagnosed with autism.
Well, it's like my son when they told him he would never walk again. And
Right.
I said, well, that was only one person's opinion.
Exactly.
Mine is you will walk again.
You will walk again. You have to believe,
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
You have to have faith.
Yeah.
We know our children better than anyone else, and so we can't allow anyone else to come in and cloud our brains with their opinions or thoughts or what it should be like.
That's, yeah.
Right?
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there.
Right.
But I just admire all the research you've done and that you really turn pain into purpose.
Absolutely. And, you know, I wrote a book, and in the book, I talk about my journey.
That's right.
And it was like
The Gifted Journal for the parents of children.
It's a guided journal for the parents
Right.
of children on the autism spectrum.
Yeah. Wow.
And so I give them 100 prompts.
Can they get that on Amazon?
Yes, it's on Amazon. Spectrum of a Journey. It's called Spectrum of a Journey, a guided journal for parents with children on the autism spectrum. And then that
By Becky Roe.
Yes, my name is Becky Roe. Yes, Becky Roe, for sure.
Okay. Tell me more about that book, because I think that could help a lot of people.
So there was a time I wanted to write a book. I wasn't sure. And I remember someone saying to me, hey, you know, I'm working with folks on writing journaling. And I was like, journaling? I was like, that's what I need to do. I need to write a journal. And I had a girlfriend say to me, well, if you're going to write a journal, you can't repeat the same things over and over again. She says, you're going to have to come up with 100 prompts. I was like, 100? I was like, oh my God. But I was able to. So I put 100 things in the book to guide parents through the journey.
Wow. What a gift that is to people.
Yes. Things that you can do to help your kid to be successful, right? Because sometimes we don't know.
Well, when you're helping your son, you're helping yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all about community. I wanted to give back.
Yeah.
Right? I remember how.
So your son is 30 years old now.
He's 30 years old.
And what is he doing?
He's so funny. I love his personality. And if you know anything about persons on the autism spectrum, they say what they mean and they mean what they say. And they could be sarcastic, but they don't mean it that way. And so his thing is he has a great sense of humor, but everything has to be grammatically correct.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So you can't send him a sentence with a misspelled word or a word missing from a sentence or with no sentence ending, whether it's an exclamation mark or a period. If you have quotations, it has to fit. Else he'll say, what do you mean by this? What are you trying to say here?
Well, that's good.
It is really good.
He's a good proofreader.
He really is. He really is.
Well, that's great. And he's living at home, and that's
Yes.
right where you want him.
That's right where I want him to be.
Yeah.
Because it's a big old world out here.
Yeah. And I'm sure you all have adapted and are doing extremely well.
We are doing well. He volunteers. We're still looking for work. That's something that we fight every day. But
Where does he volunteer?
volunteers at the library.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
He could be proofreading people's
Yes. Volunteers at the library.
essays
Yes, he can.
and saying, what does this mean? It doesn't make sense.
And so I'm looking into getting him into coding. I think he'll
Okay.
do well, like medical billing and things like that, because he's good with numbers also.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, our kids on the autism spectrum have special gifts, and we have to tap into them.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, I have no talent when it comes to math.
It's always been his gift.
If I'd had a computer or a calculator in high school, I would have been very It would have been successful.
Right.
But,
I think we get better with math as we get older.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, we forget.
Yes. Yes.
So, again, on your website, what are some of the other things that people can go and learn about on your website?
Well, you can learn about my board. I have a board. I have 4 people. Well, it's three women on my board. One is a special education teacher. The other is a licensed clinical social worker, and the other one is an IT technology.
Ooh, okay.
And they've been with me since 2018. They believe in the mission of our board, of our organization. And I'm very pleased to have them still in the grind, because
Well, you should be very proud they're still with you.
Oh yes, I am. And they're working board.
Now,
Right.
you said you were moving.
Oh, so we have a new space. We just acquired a new space, Uptown Charlotte, 601 East 5th Street. And we are in that space. We will be hosting workshops. We will start back with our Autism Optimist Support Circle. Notice that I said Optimist, Autism Optimist Support Circle, because we want families to know that there is hope,
Okay.
right?
Wow.
And we
what
want
a
them to be
wonderful
optimistic.
thing to offer.
Yes. And in that space, we will be offering workshops on maybe, whatever the parent needs, because we have to hear from you to see what your need is. However, we will have workshops on behavioral. No, not behavioral. Well, we will. We can offer how to manage behaviors in your home.
Okay.
If you have a child on the autism spectrum, right? You tell us what the behavior is. We tell you some things that you could put in place to actually see less of the behavior, to reduce the behavior, because we know that sometimes behaviors come from maybe you just merely said no, but if you say no with an explanation as to when they can do whatever they are asking, then you'll be able to manage that behavior. You'll see less of that behavior because you have a better understanding. Sometimes I tell parents with behaviors, when your child is asking for something, set a timer and say, hey, in an hour, you can do this.
Okay.
And then that timer goes off. They know that, okay, now I can get on
Now
the
I can do
computer,
it.
or now I can watch TV, or I can read that book, whatever it is, or I can have that snack, whatever it might be.
What a great opportunity for people who really don't know where to go
Right.
to learn how to help their child and to help themselves.
And to help themselves, right? I had one parent who says, that they would give their child something and she would snatch it. And so how do we teach? It's a teachable moment. And I say every moment that there's a behavior, that there's a teachable moment in that behavior that you are experiencing at that time.
Will you be offering a class maybe for siblings that could go and learn how to?
I'm so glad that you asked that, because we are working on a curriculum for siblings.
Yeah.
And we want siblings to understand what autism is and how they can help
That's
their
right.
sister or their brother who is on the spectrum. I'm so glad that you asked that.
Well, I think it's hard for a parent. I mean, you're working hard with your child that needs the extra help, and you don't want to criticize your other children for trying to help.
Right.
But if they don't know how to do it,
Right.
and you may not have the time to really clarify what's the correct way for that child to do it.
Right.
So I just think that's a huge. You're filling all the voids.
Yeah, because we want siblings to learn how to interact with their sibling who may be on the spectrum, right? And we don't want them to feel left out. And so that's why we work with families as a whole, so that everybody could be on the same accord.
Okay. Well, when we come back from our break, I can't believe this just flew by. Please, if you have a question, 844-STUDIO-4, we would love to hear from you. You just are creating you're filling such a hole.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love what you're doing.
I appreciate that.
Spotlight and kindness, one story at a time. It's community centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle. Presented by the Macintosh Law Firm on WSIC.
We'll stay warm for our Tuesday. We'll call it partly cloudy. Temperatures warm up into the upper 80s, near the 90-degree mark for the afternoon. Still, once again, mainly dry for our Tuesday afternoon. Just the low chance of a stray shower or pop-up thunderstorm. Most of us, though, will stay dry. That'll be the story for the rest of the week. By the weekend, we get a little bit cooler. High temperatures only in the low 80s heading into the upcoming weekend. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the Macintosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Harrison's is the home of Work Western and wow! For nearly 30 years, our family has been boots on the ground when it comes to work. We have the largest selection of in-stock boots in the Carolinas and the best workwear brands like Harriet, Carhartt, and Wrangler. Find us on Norman Station Boulevard in Mooresville.
How can we make your day spotless? Yes, I'm Andrea, owner of Spotless Cleaning. Of course, our technicians do the extras. It surprises people. Yes, baseboards, window frames, and of course, toilets. Not maids, trained technicians. Exactly. In Brazil, my grandparents taught me to live my life without guilt. Yes, more time means better, bigger life. Yes, with Spotless Cleaning, you live it. Plus, have a clean house. SpotlessCleaningNC.com.
Are you sick of running out of hot water? Whether it's in the middle of a shower or doing dishes, cold water's never fun. Say goodbye to those surprises with a Rinnai tankless water heater from GMV Energy. This energy-efficient propane-powered solution heats water instantly, so you'll never run out again. Plus, it saves money and frees up space. Propane models start at just $295 after rebates. Visit any G&V Energy location or gbenergy.com to learn more.
Hi, this is Joshua Dobie. Join me Thursdays at 4 p.m. for Dollars and Cents, a show that focuses on your personal financial journey and the markets around us. That's Dollars and Cents, Thursday afternoons at 4 here on WSIC.
Prioritizing your health is one of the best ways to take care of yourself. From routine visits to the joys of pregnancy to the illnesses that stop you in your tracks, Iredell Health System will be by your side. Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
Get ready, Lake Norman. The Green Jeans Fall Sale is back. 1 week only, September 9th through the 14th. Over 50,000 brand name bargains under one roof. Clothes, shoes, accessories for every age, size, and budget. It's big. It's local. It's once a year. Don't miss it. greenjeansale.com.
Number one for talk in Lake Norman, Statesville.
105.9, 100.7, WSIC.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. A newly revealed list on the Federal Register shows that late last week, President Trump widened his tariffs on imports of steel and aluminum to include more than 400 consumer products, motorcycles, tableware, auto parts, baby carriages, and more. A slide in shares of the world's biggest tech companies weighing on Wall Street today. Right now, the Dow is only a small fraction lower, getting a lift from Home Depot shares. They're higher after a strong earnings report. But the tech-heavy NASDAQ is down nearly 1.5%, over 300 points. Shares of AI chipmaker NVIDIA leading the declines there. The S&P 500 is down 0.2%. After poaching a bunch of AI engineers from other tech firms, Meta Platforms now splitting up its artificial intelligence unit into 4 distinct teams to better capitalize on all that talent. And thanks to blowout sales of those Labubu dolls, the Chinese-based retailer Pop Mart saw its profits soar nearly 400% higher. That's just the first half of this year. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
The number one station for people who say we're their favorite station.
WSIC.
Real people making a real impact. The Macintosh Law Firm brings you community-centered. right here on WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back. I am so enjoying this session and learning so much more about autism that I really wasn't aware of. If you would like to be a guest on our show, we are every Tuesday from 3 to 4. Just let Reese know. Call in to 844-STUDIO-4 and tell Reese that you would like to be in contact with us, and we will call you back. But again, I'm back here with Becky Roe, and as I flipped the page reading your bio the other day, I went, Becky is a retired New York City police officer. She holds a postgraduate certificate in autism spectrum disorder across the lifespan and a Master of Science in Education, Criminal Justice, and Human Services. What haven't you done?
Well, sometimes we do things the traditional way. We go to school first and then we work. Well, I started working first and then I was able to retire. And in retiring, I went back to school. I was still young. And
I did that too. Yeah.
Right. So I had to continue doing something. And I did. And that's how Let's Talk About It was able to come about. And today, we offer so much, right? We are in our new space. I want to go back to that, right?
Okay.
Because we'll be offering workshops. And in those workshops, we'll be offering IEP workshops, right? Because we know that parents, when their kids are in school, they have the individualized educational plan, and sometimes they need assistance with that. And guardianship workshops, North Carolina scholarship workshops, how to go about getting a scholarship.
Okay.
But if I go back to the police having police background has allowed me to work with the crisis intervention team of Mecklenburg County, where I get to facilitate workshops with police as well as sit on a panel to talk about my experience and talk about autism, because what we do know is that autism does not have a look. And what we need to understand is the behaviors when we encounter persons in the community with autism. It's the behaviors that you have to look for, not necessarily how they look, because we know that folks with Down syndrome, we can tell. Folks with a physical disability, we can tell.
Yeah.
But autism,
You can't.
You cannot. And so that's what we want.
But that's why it's such a mystery to so many people, because they really don't know that much about it.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't. And we want to inform. That's what we have. So on our website, we have caring for caregivers. We have life skills for individuals themselves who are on the autism spectrum. And we want Community United. It's called Community United, where we will come out, where we will, right? Say that 3 times. We will come out and we will do trainings to help employers.
I'm sure when you were in the first stages of it, wondering, is this normal? Is he doing something he shouldn't be doing? Or is this in character with a child at 3 years old with autism? And when somebody could say to you, oh, yes, that's very normal.
Right.
You sort of relax a little bit.
You do.
And then you spend your energies where they're most needed.
Correct.
And maybe not criticizing something that they can't help.
Right. So we have to learn to understand the different behaviors. And if we see something that doesn't seem right, it may seem a little odd, because sometimes even us adults who are on the autism spectrum, or may not, sometimes people are a little peculiar, and we have to look a little further into it and not criticize, because we don't know.
Yeah.
And when you don't know, you ask questions.
Yeah. So now you're having a grand opening.
Yes, we're having our grand opening on September 28th, Sunday, September 28th. We'll be 7 years in business as a nonprofit organization. And we support ourselves by getting grants.
Yes, yeah. Now, the location again?
It is 601 East 5th Street.
Okay. And the open house will be on Sunday, what time?
1 to 4.
Okay.
September 28th, 1 to 4.
Now, do they have to pre-register?
Yes, we will have a link on either event. It will be on Eventbrite.
Okay. Or go to your website?
Oh, you can go to our website at letstalkaboutittheautismcenter.org. If you have a child on the autism spectrum, or you know someone who has a child on the autism spectrum, and you want to learn more and you want to get some information, come to our open house. We will have information for you. We will have giveaways, and we will have talks, right? You can talk to someone.
And I think that's the biggest gift you can give people.
Right. Right.
Is
We want to
say,
hear from
I
you.
understand. I've been there.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those words are so comforting.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. You just want somebody to understand. You want someone to listen.
That's right.
To hear you out. Because sometimes when I talk to parents, they are fully, it's like a train running down the track and it's going real fast, and they just need someone who understands.
That's right.
And you,
no matter what illness.
Yes.
You know, it's not just to autism, it's any.
Yes.
You know.
Someone who understands, someone who's willing to listen,
That's
to
right.
let you talk. Can I please just get it out?
Yeah. And what's normal and what isn't normal, and how should I react?
Right.
Yeah, because if you start overreacting as a parent and you don't know what to do,
right,
then you start feeling all sorts of guilt and everything else.
Right.
And that's not what parenting is all about.
Right. And if you don't know, it's okay.
That's right.
And it's okay to ask questions.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Well, boy, you open up a whole venue for people to come and just get educated on all aspects of it.
Yes. And we will have folks there, autism experts, folks who can talk to parents or caregivers or whomever you are and you want to know more.
And I love the fact that you're doing it for siblings too.
Oh, yes.
Because that is crucial.
There's truly
they can
a need.
be cruel.
And then, you know, when you don't understand, you don't understand. And why is my sibling getting more attention than me?
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is it because they are acting out? But it's a behavior, you know, it may be something that the person can't control who's on the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
And so the parent is always leaning in on them. And so we want the sibling to understand, and how can they also be embraced in the situation.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You're offering a lot. What else do you have on your website that people could go to and just sort of...
You can take a look at our website. You know, you can look at our different programs. We have a new program called Peers, and Peers stands for, it's a program for the education and enrichment of relationship building for persons on the autism spectrum. And it helps them with communication, how to advocate for themselves. So it's a group setting.
Okay.
And so they get to interact with their peers, and it can reduce loneliness, the fact that they may not have any friends, and it now becomes their friend group. And then we show them how to interact, how to start a conversation, how to exit a conversation, how to enter a conversation, right? How to have a sleepover, how to have a gathering with their peers.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you don't know, you don't know.
No, you don't. And we can beat ourselves up.
Yes. And it's an evidence-based program.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe that just flew by like that. But I'm just so proud to have had this interview with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think what you're doing for the community is outstanding in every way.
And I'm thankful for the opportunities. I'm thankful for the partners that we've had along the way. I'm thankful for the collaborations that we've had with the different entities that we've had the partnerships and collaborations with, and they see the work that we're doing.
Well, we have 30 seconds left, so if you have a question, 844-STUDIO-4, call in. This time it's just flying by.
Yes.
good news lives here. It's Community Centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on WSIC. Local starts here.
We'll stay warm for our Tuesday. We'll call it partly cloudy. Temperatures warm up into the upper 80s, near the 90-degree mark for the afternoon. Still, once again, mainly dry for our Tuesday afternoon. Just the low chance of a stray shower or pop-up thunderstorm. Most of us, though, will stay dry. That'll be the story for the rest of the week. By the weekend, we get a little bit cooler. High temperatures only in the low 80s heading into the upcoming weekend. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. The 500 Club in Statesville presents the Thirsty Thursday Tournament on August 21st. The tournament begins at 5:30 p.m. Call 704-872-9990 for more information on their Thursday tournaments, the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill, tea times, and memberships for the 500 Club. The Mooresville Entertainment District is back on Saturday night with a packed lineup of musicians and fun. Enjoy downtown beginning at 6 p.m. with Sell Your Soul Records spinning a variety of classic vinyl. Follow that up with live performances at 704 Hemp, On Tap, High Branch Brewing, 158 on Main, 202 North Main, Myrto Maid Distillery, and more. Park once, walk downtown, and enjoy the Mooresville Entertainment District all Saturday night. See the top riders from the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship on Saturday, September 6th, as they compete on a custom-built course at ZMAX Dragway. The playoff opener features a two-moto format for the 450cc class and 250cc class, promising plenty of drama and excitement from the moment the gates drop. Click on charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets, a track map, and information on other 2025 events. Mark your calendars. Green Jeans Consignment returns to Concord September 9th to 14th at 601 Milestone Venue. Shop boutique finds, consign your closet, and feel beautiful on a budget. Details at greenjeansale.com. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Real people making a real impact. The McIntosh Law Firm brings you Community Centered, right here on WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back. I'm Margi Kyle. Debbie O'Hanley is moving another family into the Hope House, and that too is a blessing. If you ever want to listen to us on the radio, FM is 105.9 and AM is 1400. But I am sitting here, I have just enjoyed talking with you so much. And Becky Roe, in the few minutes we have left, what are some of the other things you have accomplished and are accomplishing?
Well, first, Margie, I want to say thank you for this opportunity to be here today. And when I think about the things that I am accomplishing in the community, I am a graduate, a recent graduate of Leadership Charlotte.
Okay.
Class 46. Shout out to Class 46. I was just appointed to Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools Education Equity Committee.
Okay.
And I'm really proud to be on that committee because I feel like I'll get to, be there for the families who have kids with special needs.
Yes. Yes.
Also, I am on the board for the. I'm thinking. Well, let me go to this. Right. I don't know if you all have heard of This Is My Brave. I've had the opportunity to be a show director for This Is My Brave in Charlotte, North Carolina. We had This Is My Brave last year, and I think This Is My Brave was started by two women in, I want to say Connecticut, either Connecticut or Boston. I could be, I'm unsure about the location, but it gives people with mental health or life experiences the opportunity to get on stage and speak about life.
Wow.
How it's been for them, right? And I'm also on the oh boy, Citizens Review Board for Mecklenburg County. And that's something that I'm very proud of. I get the opportunity to sit among other folks and look at how things are happening in our community.
Yeah. So you're really involved.
Yes, and I appreciate it. I like advocacy. I want equity for everyone. We all deserve equity and fairness. And I'm just proud to continue to learn more about the city in which I live in and how what I can bring to the city.
The more you learn, the more you can help others.
Yes, and I appreciate that.
Well, and I think some of the moms who are going through what you've been through, I've always said to people who are sitting home complaining, who did you help today?
Oh, I like that. And, with autism, we are a community within ourselves.
That's right.
And we want to know that there's someone who understands and that we can trust. And my organization, you can trust us because we are experienced and we know what autism is and how to help families.
So if they're
and
getting
persons.
help and you've helped them tremendously, I'm sure they have, they could come back and volunteer with your organization and give back.
Yes, we're always looking for volunteers. We are also accepting donations as well.
Okay. And again, would they go onto the website to find out how to donate that?
Yes, absolutely. Our website, let's talk about it, theautismcenter.org. Let's talk about it, theautismcenter.org.
Okay.
Yes. And we also are part of Share Charlotte. And Share Charlotte, if you put in Share Charlotte, you can also come up with our organization's name.
Okay. Do you sometimes go to, some of the schools' parent nights and talk about it, or?
I tell you, we've had the opportunity to go into a daycare center.
Daycare, that's probably a great start.
Yes, where they were experiencing, they had a few kids who were on the autism spectrum and they just needed some help. And so that allowed me to go in and have the teachers in the daycare center ask questions about the behaviors.
That was my first degree, was early childhood psychology.
Really?
And when I started working in a daycare for special needs children, I had no training in any of this.
Right. And so you may get one or two in each room. And so you just want to know, how do I deal with the behaviors?
That's right.
And I was able to help them to navigate the behaviors that they were able to identify that they were with the child in which they had in their classroom.
I can remember one little girl, she did not speak.
Yeah. Sometimes our kids are nonverbal.
And I was pushing her on the swing, and she got so mad at me because I stopped pushing her that she said a word, and I was so excited.
That she said the word, right? Yeah.
That she said a word,
Yes.
But I'm sure she probably was autistic, and I didn't have a clue how to treat her.
Right.
Or work with her, which is sad.
Right. I remember when I was growing up, I believe that there was a young man who now I know today that he was on the autism spectrum. And I remember when I would get on the elevator, he was tall. He was really tall, but he wasn't menacing. But he would rock.
Yeah.
And he had no language. And now I know today that he was on the autism spectrum. So every time when I think back, I'm like, wow, that's where my ministry began back then, right? And I had no clue.
Yeah.
Seeing that young man.
Well, you are a gift. to many, many people.
I appreciate that. I am here for families.
Yeah.
We are here for the families.
Well, obviously you are, because you're just doing everything that you can to help them. And I just encourage any of you that have any questions to go onto the website and then to get a hold of you. Do you have a phone number on there?
Yes, we have a phone number. My phone number, if you would like to reach me, my phone number is 704-241-5828. That's 704-241-5828. We also have a information sheet on our website that can be filled out by anyone. It's there. Fill it out. We give you a call back. We get the notification that you've filled out the form, and we can give you a call back. And I just want families to know that we are here for you.
Yes.
And our tagline is keeping autism on the table and in the conversation. That's right.
I love it. I love it. Well, you can't help if you don't.
Right. If you don't reach out,
or talk about it.
Don't be afraid to reach out. If you are a parent and you are experiencing behaviors that you are not equipped to handle, don't be afraid to reach out. There's no shame.
Yeah.
Right? You are not alone. That's right? You are not alone.
We're on the same page there. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think when people are hurting, that's the first thing they need to know. They are not alone.
You are not. You are not. And I know what it feels like to get a diagnosis. I know what it feels like to
you can feel
not
very
know.
lonely.
Yes.
But you're not alone.
But you are not alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just love everything that you're doing. In the few minutes left, is there anything we've forgotten to sort of talk about?
I would like for, if you're listening, I would like for you to go to my website. Let's talk about it, theautismcenter.org, and look at the video.
Yes. And see your son.
Yes. And
who is
see
such a
my
very
son.
handsome young man.
Yes. Thank you so much. And it's on the About page. So go to the About page on our website and you can see the video.
And it's only about 3 minutes, and it's just wonderful.
That's right. It's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm just grateful to be doing the work that I'm doing.
Now, do you think he's aware of what he has?
Yes, because he hears me. He
bet.
goes with me. He's there. He's present. He understands. Yes.
And so that probably helps him understand how he's...
Yes, and he supports me because I have him typing and doing things for me.
Good.
Oh, yes.
Good. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Oh,
I
yes.
didn't want to ask, but I'm glad.
Organizing stuff, carrying stuff. Oh, yeah.
Well, he's got a job then.
Yes, he has a job. We are in this together.
Yeah.
Right? It's because of him that I do the work that I do.
That's right.
And the mere fact that he's capable and able, I am appreciative.
Oh.
God is good.
That's right. Well, and you're probably very proud that he can do that for you.
I am. I'm so proud.
Yeah.
I'm so proud. And I'm grateful.
So any other
Great
last...
sense of gratitude.
Again, I can't stress, you're not in this alone.
Right. You're not
There's
alone.
help out there.
There is. And we don't know that you need help if you don't ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't. It's with anything.
That's right.
Margie, you have been a joy.
Oh, so have you.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yes.
I love working with good people doing good things in our community because that's why this is such a spectacular place to live.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I cannot thank you enough for what you do. Thank you for being part of this program. And I hope that if you know of anybody or if you have a child that has autism, that you will please be in contact with Rebecca because she is there to help. This has been a true delight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Margie.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Loved it.
Really appreciate you and all that you do for the community as well.
Thank you.
With giving us the opportunity to showcase our businesses and our nonprofits.
That's what we're all about.
Yes, it's people helping people.
That's right.
serving you better than ever before. WSIC, Statesville, W290DK Mooresville,